Hello, Papa J Learns Excel here. Today I'm going to show you the function DSUM and also compare it with another function called SUMIFS. Okay, so let's see what's the difference between these two. Okay, so for DSUM, right, is actually very easy to use. Compared to SUMIFS, it's a little bit different. So in some circumstances, it's better to use DSUM. In some circumstances, it's better to use SUMIFS. So without further ado, let's dive right in over here on how to use DSUM. So basically, DSUM, the D in DSUM means that it's a database. Okay, database means it can be the table over here. All right. Okay, so so a little trick that I want to teach you is, you see that this table over here, we can give it a name. Okay, so again, we press Ctrl A and then we can go to formulas and you click on define name. So when you define the name of the table, it's easier for you to work with if you need to use it multiple times. So I shall name this insurance 2021 because this is a table of insurance policies. All right, and the scope is the whole workbook. Okay, it's not just this worksheet. Okay, so this table refers to this, okay, from A1 to J501. Okay, so now you can see over here that the name of the table is insurance 2021. Okay, let's see how we can use it. All right, so you can see that this table contains policy, contains expiry, location, state, region, insured value, construction, business type, earthquake, and flood. Okay, so now we are going to use DSUM to sum up the total insured value for a certain region. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. Okay, so for DSUM, right, okay, if you type equals to DSUM, you can see that the arguments that you need is database, field, and criteria. Okay, database means this table over here. Okay, the field means the one that you want to sum up, okay, which is insured value, and the criteria is it can be region, it can be state, it can be location, but let's use region. Okay, so let's sum up the region of the east region. Okay, and let's see how much the total insured value will be under east region. Okay, so how do we do? Okay, firstly we need to have the database, right? Okay, the database is insurance 2021 and the field is east, right? The field is okay. Okay, sorry, we need to do this. Okay, we type region over here and we type east over here. Okay, now we use DSUM and database is insurance 2021. Okay, it's better to do this, and the field is insured value, so we click on insured value. Okay, and the criteria is the east region, but we need to highlight. Okay, we need to highlight region and then east, so that the function knows that it's under the column region. All right, okay, press enter. Okay, so the total insured value is 1.8 billion. Okay, it's around 1.8 billion. Okay, so again, let's repeat. Okay, let's repeat. Okay, as you can see, the first field over here, the first argument over here is the table, is a database. The second argument over here is the field that you want to sum up, which is the insured value, and the criteria is region, right? So we type region over here and we type east over here, and you select this whole thing. You need to make sure that you type region, and the word region over here must be the same as the column region, the word region over here. So for example, if you type something else, if you happen to type regions, okay, it will be 0 because the words must match. Okay, but it's okay if you type small r, it's not case sensitive. Okay, But if the spelling is wrong, then this will be wrong. Okay, just remember that the spelling must be correct. All right. Okay. So now let's verify this by using SUMIFS. You can use SUMIFS or you can use SUMIFS. Okay. I like to use SUMIFS. Okay. So sum range is initial value. You just select the whole column, and the criteria is this, right? Under region. Okay. Criteria range is region, and what's the region that we want? We want east. Okay, so you type east and put it in quotes. Okay, it's the same, right? These two gives the same result. Okay, now we try something new. Okay, we try so we have a criteria called east, right? But what if you want another criteria called state? That means, for example, you want the state to be New York. Okay, NY. Okay, so NY, if you type NY over here, we want to find out the state, the region, the east region in the state NY. Okay, so for example, these two, we will sum them up. Okay, this one we will sum them up, but this one, okay, we will sum these two, these four up. Okay, so we will sum all these up, but not this, because this is east and NJ. So the criteria is NY and east. Okay, so let's see how we can do this. So we just have to amend this argument over here, amend the third argument. Okay, amend the third argument from L1, right? L1. So we select this whole thing, press enter. Okay, now is 1.49 billion. It's definitely lesser lah, because we are excluding some states. Okay, so as you can see, you need to type the state, you need to type region, and you state the state and the region over here, which is NY and east. So you will get the N criteria, means NY and east. Okay, now we check total initial value. Okay, so how do we do this? So initially our criteria was just the east region, right? Okay, so now we can state another criteria. So the another criteria will be state, right? So under state, we want NY. So we type NY. Oh, so the results are the same. So it's correct. Okay. So we have this. Okay. So but what if you want two criteria? For example, you want NY East and you want maybe WI Midwest. You want these two. You want this state and this region, this region. So what can we do? Okay, same thing. Okay, we just copy over here, right? Okay, so now we also want this state and Midwest. Okay, so how do we do? Okay, type equals to DSUM insurance, and the field you want it to be insured value, right? And the criteria is you just select this whole thing. Okay, so you will total up. Okay, so you total the initial value for NY East and or WI West. That means it will sum the initial value for these two. Okay, these two. Okay, right. So you have this amount, right? Okay, let's just do some formatting over here. 9, right? So we have this amount over here. Okay, so this consists of NY East plus WI Midwest. Okay, now, so what about the SUMIFS? How can we use SUMIFS? Okay, so similarly, but we have to do it in 2 steps. So the first step is, okay, we already have the one on top, right? We already have this on top. Okay, now we just need to sum this. Okay, so what we do is equals to SUMIFS. Okay, sum range is this, right? We want to total up this according to the criteria over here, and the region is Midwest, right? We want Midwest, so we have Midwest, and the next criteria is WI, right? WI. Okay, so now we have this. but it's not correct. This is only for WI Midwest. We want to add, okay, we want to add this NY East. All right, so we have the same results. Okay, so this is how you use DSUM or SUMIFS. So you have the choice to use either of them. Okay, so you can see that if you use SUMIFS in this case, right, this is a formula. O2 means this. Okay, so if you want to type it out, right? Okay, let me just type it out in full over here. Okay, so this is the formula in full. You have two SUMIFS over here. Okay, if not, you can just use DSUM, which is very simple. Right, you just need a table. Okay, you just need a table for the database, and this is the value that you want to sum up, and L7 to M9, which means this. Okay, so it's a very simple formula. Okay, there are also other D, like for example D average, D count, where you can use as well. Okay, so it's the same formula. Okay, so I'll talk about it in the next video. So that's it for DSUM and the comparison between DSUM and SUMIFS. So you choose the one that you like and you prefer. Okay, so that's it for this video. Papa J Learns Excel here. Thank you very much. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye.